Okay, you work 9 to 5 every day, 7 days a week, some of you, and it's your passion. But now we learned that you can turn your passion into a paycheck. So Ann McGill has a series, and she spoke to one entrepreneur who did just that. He took his 9 to 5 and turned the passion into a paycheck.
I'm melting cheese on 2 mediums. Shrimp potato salad. All right. Fried shrimp.
The crowd at the old Naval Base started lining up before 11 a.m. on a Tuesday at Cast Iron Food Truck.
I'm getting close on jerk chicken. I'll let you know, though.
You'll find Victor Colbert and his crew serving up lunch at this location every other Tuesday.
The jerk is in the air. I can smell it, so I just had to come for it. I love jerk chicken, love Jamaican food.
When Cast Iron Food Truck hit the road in 2012, there was only a handful of other rolling eateries in the area.
When I started, if I'm not mistaken, I think I was the 14th food truck in Charleston.
Colbert is originally from the D.C. area. He attended culinary school, and when his wife landed a job in Charleston, he worked at a Myrtle Beach restaurant as a kitchen manager.
Truthfully, I enjoyed it, but I was burned out, working late nights, 12, 14, 15-hour days on your feet. And then, with young kids, I wanted to, spend more time with them, and that's what kind of led me to look at another avenue.
He took a break from the restaurant business and began working at a call center with Verizon.
First as a customer service rep, and once I went to T-Mobile, I'm promoted to supervisor. Enjoyed it. It was, pretty good living.
But Colbert kept hungering for something different and a way to be in control of his own schedule so he could spend more time with his family.
I didn't know if I wanted to go specifically back into the restaurant. So I actually took a job with USDA as a food inspector.
2 weeks into the job, he knew it wasn't for him. He was assigned to a location just outside of Charlotte. He spent his 6 months in that position researching food trucks.
Saw Rody Rolls and Diggity Donut. Some of those guys were in the food truck industry and really starting to, make a name for themselves.
A food truck allowed him to set his own hours and make a living doing what he loved. And while he was a seasoned chef, he had a lot to learn about the mobile cooking business, like how not to destroy the hood vent on the truck.
I actually went under a tree and at Charleston Tea Plantation and knocked it completely off. And actually that's my third one since being in business.
He says you'll learn the importance of bungee cords when you own a food truck.
You get to a location and an item or a dish that you prepared, it's in the back of the food truck and it's shaking itself onto the floor. And now you have to, throw that in the trash.
Cast Iron is famous for its burgers and what Colbert calls comfort sandwiches.
The notorious PIG is one of our biggest sellers. Pulled pork, it's honey ham, bacon, candied jalapenos, which we make in-house, and a mojo sauce.
And for 6 years now, more and more couples have been saying I do to his food truck at their receptions.
What I hear is, man, I love the food. I was just so tired of going to weddings and they always had the standard green beans and mashed potatoes and some type of beef.
The food truck industry is thriving in Charleston with approximately hundreds of trucks now serving Meals on Wheels. Colbert says to be successful, listen to your clientele and serve them what they want. Victor says if you're thinking about getting into the food truck business, he recommends business classes because if the price ain't right for your menu items, you won't make a dime. And no matter how good of a cook you think you are, he says it won't hurt you to try culinary school. Colbert turned his passion into a paycheck, cooking up a name and a living for himself, doing exactly what he loves. Ann McGill, Live 5 News.